Hey guys, Archieluxury live! I'm live, that's correct. We're live on the channel. Hello to Blue Shirt, you're lucky. Hello Blue Shirt, it's all good man, it's all good. Yeah. Uh, you're not going back to work until August. Jesus, that's a bit hard, Blue Shirt. That's not good. That's not good. So, guys, we're back. We're back here. We're back in the saddle, and we're making YouTube videos. That's what we're doing. We're making a few YouTube videos. So, how are you all going today? And I got to tell you, I've been having a bit of a had a good day today. It's a nice, beautiful day in Australia. The temperature. Hey Google, what's the temperature? What's the temperature? What's the temperature?
The temperature in Jamboree Heights right now is 21 degrees.
21 degrees Celsius. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful weather. That's for sure. It's beautiful. So that's actually a very cool temperature to have there. What can I say? What can I say? Indeed, it is absolutely gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So it's nice in Australia. It's very nice. Yeah, I like it. I quite like it. I quite like it. It's really nice. But I got to tell you, things don't always go to plan, do they? They don't always go to plan. This is what happens. This is what happens in life. Mr. C, $1. I need the dollar. Yes, I do. I'll take that. Thank you, Mr. C. I will gladly take the dollar. That's exactly it. I will, with with privilege, I will gladly take that dollar. No worries at all. I will gladly take the dollar. Um, yeah, I'll take it. Thank you. I'll take it. Um, yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. Things are good. Things are really good there. What can I say? Indeed, there. It's yeah. Things are good, but it's this demic thing is it's tough. It is hard. Okay, it is hard. It does make life difficult. It does make life. Um, what do I say? This is the world that we live in. The world isn't always fair. It's not always beautiful. So that's the way it goes. There we got Golden Baba. Golden Baba, $2. Hair not greasy. What the fuck? I washed it last night. I washed it. I wash it every. You just rinse it with water. I don't use shampoo or conditioner. This is. It's got its own yin and yang, and it stopped the falling out. The fallout is stopped too. The fallout has stopped. Okay, the fallout has stopped there. Envy Scotsman. What do you need to yell when it's hard? Boner! Boner. Boner, boner, boner. But yeah, this is just the way life goes. Um yeah. Yeah, it's this is just how it is, man. It's how it is. Um yeah, it's kind of difficult. Um, yeah, I don't know what to say there. This is life in the fast lane. Um, yeah. Um, so it's okay. I got to tell you, man, it's all pretty good. I don't have a problem. I don't mind. I don't mind. It's okay. It's okay. So yeah. Let's have a look here. What else we got here? We got that. It's boner. What else have we got? That's it. Oh, we're up to date. Come on, Arch, get back to your zone. So with the wristwatches, what's going on with the watches? I may have a Patek 5127 for sale in a couple of weeks' time. Yep, a friend of mine wants to sell one in a couple of weeks. We'll see how it goes. At the moment, I'm just, yeah, it could be. Just I'll stay. I'll let you know. Probably around about the 25,000 Aussie dollars, 26,000 Aussie dollars. We haven't priced it yet there. Life is good. You have 5 Pateks, so sell. Now the guys didn't come on. I'm trying to get some treacherous snakes on. What are they doing? I don't know. I don't know why these treacherous snakes. I'll just put that into normal. What's going on here? Okay, so now let's get this up. See if we can get some of these guys onto the super chats. Where are my super chat buddies? Where's my super chat buddies? I don't know. Live streaming. I'm just going to send them a message. Live streaming now. If any of you guys are interested. There we go. So yeah, it's yeah. It's how are things going? I gotta be honest with you, man. It's pretty tough. The world is tough. Now we've got some super chats here. We've got some really good super chats. So I'm very happy. We got Evan Hodgenkamp, $2. Arch, do you still need to vacate your house by end of year? Actually, I gotta tell you, due to coronavirus, I now have got a 6-month free extension. Yes, 6-month free extension. So, hey man, I'm over the moon. Mr. J, $2. Cartier Tank Louis seems too small. Tank MC, yeah, they are a bit small, but that's a traditional size for them there. Cartier Tank MC. What do I think of the MC? I'm not a big fan of it. It's yeah, no, not really my cup of tea. It looks a bit, I don't know. It just doesn't. Let's call that baby up now. Let's get some bounce. Let's get bounce here. Cartier MC. I don't know. Just doesn't do it for me. No, I'm not really. Holy shit. Tommy D, $20. Perhaps this is better directed at Tanzil, since he seems to be your self-appointed historian. What do you think about your vids called I can't afford to go to New York, and what says about you, the Rolex Submariner? And I got to be honest with you, the Submariner has changed. It's no longer the cool watch. It's gone like Barry Manilow. Every tool has done it. Yes, every tool has got it. It no longer has that cachet. I'm sorry, it's over. It's all over, Red Rover. I can't afford to go to New York. I can't afford to go there and die. New York is really sad. I can't believe what has gone in New York there. It's very sad indeed. And I loved you guys. You know this? I tell you honestly. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I don't know what to say. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say at all. It is all upsetting in this world. Uh, you kept the best ones and gave me back the garbage. I lost money. You never offered to help me out. You never offered to help me. That's why I can't stand you anymore. Yeah, I gotta say that, man. Just had a good message from my good friend in America. His wife loves the Rolex they bought from me. Uh, he's more concerned about civil liberties and the damage to the economy, yes, than the virus. I agree, man. It's the world has gone crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, yeah, it's absolutely crazy. The world has gone there. I'm not happy with the world at all. It's just gone nuts. The world is nuts. So, stand the man! Cheer up, Arch. Have a drink, fuckaroonies. Okay, I'll have a soda water. I'm off the booze. I'm off the booze because I've been putting weight on like a pig. Yeah. I've been putting a little bit of weight on, so that's never good. Putting on weight is never good. Never good. My lip. I bit my lip. I bit my lip. I gotta tell you, man, things have been hard. They are very, very hard. Life is difficult. Life is not easy. Life is not easy, man. Believe you me. Let me give you the drum. Let me give you the drum, big boy. Let me give you the drum, fuckaroonies. So I gotta tell you, man, it's been hard, it's been tough, I've been fucked around, messed around. It's just, this is the way it goes. And I don't know what to say exactly. Where is my mate gone? Paul. We'll see if I can get him on. Sovereign. Live. If you are free. We'll get Sovereign. Sovereign. Let Donny Haynes join the show. Yeah. We don't seem to be getting much traffic. That's okay, man. Look, it is tough doing a show every day. I like it. I like it. It's part of my therapy. I got 168 viewers. Oh my God. I wish this economy would start up again. I'm sick of being brokers, pokers. Yeah, my Googles, my YouTubes, I'm 20 to 30% down in takings, okay? Fucked. That's just how the world works. It's hard, man. Life was never meant to be so easy. It was always going to be difficult. It's difficult. Horrible watch. Someone just asked me. This is. Yeah, this is tough. I don't know what to say anymore. Things are. They're not easy. Things aren't easy. Things are difficult. Things are not good, you know. This is just the way it goes, you know. Things were never that great. Things were never that good. They were Brit shitty, you know. I'm thinking about becoming a life coach. I want to do life coaching. That seems to be pretty damn cool. Life coach, a mentor. I want to do mentoring, you know. I'd like to do mentoring, see if I can earn some bucks out of that, you know. Yeah. I'd like to do that, you know. I think it could be very cool to be, you know, YouTubing, mentoring. It could be very cool indeed. You know, I just like to do cool shit on the interweb. That's what I want to do, is cool shit on the interweb. I'd like to do cool shit on the interweb. So you never know your luck in the big city. Yeah, just how it goes there. We got Sucker Horn and we got Sovereign. There we go. We got two guys on there. Hey guys, how are you?
G'day Arch. G'day Sovereign. How are you, mate?
Good morning, Sucker Horn. Good morning, Archie. You're a bit down today, Archie. What's wrong, boyo?
No, just, you know, it's just how it is, man. It's down. I just got looking at my YouTube figures, 30% down in revenue. Ratings have gone up because people are home watching the stuff. 30% down in takings.
30% down in YouTube. That's Google Ads. What about Super Chats, Archie? Come on, tell us the truth, mate.
Super Chats
are up, Archie.
People haven't got a job, and they don't have a job. They don't do much super chatting.
Super Chats are up.
Thomas G, here we go, super chat. Thomas G, let's get Don Haynes on. Yep, Donnie Haynes is always welcome on. Tanzeel, $5. Remember when Clyde bought a pre-ceramic Submariner and put a Kermit bezel on it, which led to the epic horological YouTube known as Kermit Gate? That is exactly that's a good point. Yankee Doodle, $2. I see you doing this even after Corona is over, possibly. Stan the Man, $5. Arch, what do you think of a glass suit senator in rose gold for $11? Bring it up. And I gotta be totally honest with you. I hate the fucking brand. Absolutely fucking hate the brand. You'd have to have rocks in your head. What do you think there, Sovereign?
Tell us the truth, Archie. I hate it too.
I mean, seriously, you'd have to have 11,000 Canadian. That's like 12,000 Aussie. For 12,000 Aussie, you're gonna buy this fucking generic shitter. It's just fucking...
you'd be better off to buy fucking maple syrup. Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell, man. I mean, why are you gonna buy this shit? What are you gonna do with this fucking thing? I don't understand it. You're gonna buy this fucking thing, $11,000, 12,000 Aussie.
Looks like something you get when you put 20 cents in one of those machines and turn the
Stan
handle.
the Man, you're obviously not the best negotiator. That's expensive, man. I don't think that's a great price at all. Garbage, third tier garbage. That's all I say. How are you, John? What's going on?
You're a bit down, Arch. You're a bit down, mate. What's going on?
Yeah, you know, just everything in life gets you down. The rodents haven't come on. They've kind of given me the wide berth, you know.
Treacherous
snake.
snake.
I was speaking to Clyde late last night, actually. I was just about to go to bed, and Clyde's rung. You know, we had a bit of a chat, and he was very chirpy yesterday morning when he woke up. But I think there's some special code between Marky and Marky's got to be on and give him the nod. Apparently, he's got to hold the cup upside down, and that's the clue to get on. There's some sort of
Yeah.
secret code they've got going. So what's
I
going
don't-
on, Art?
I'm just
How
a
can you
simple.
tell, mate?
I'm just a simple man, hungry and horny. That's it. Hungry and horny. That's it. I don't understand this other stuff that these guys go on with. It's too tricky for me. You know what I mean? It's too tricky. It's too hard.
I don't know, Archie. You're sending out conflicting messages. Just a while ago, you told us you're all a bit, you're a bit bi and curious, and now you're buying lingerie for the ladies. What's going on?
Yeah.
How's that working?
I
Art?
gotta give things a. You gotta when you're in lockdown. And don't worry, I take good safety. When I use it on one lady and bring it to another, I hygienically sterilize it before use.
What, do you like Buffalo Bill, Archie? Do you dress them up first?
Yes, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
a dress up. You got to dress them up. You got to dress them up. By the way, guys, if you want to see this fetish, check out my Instagram handle, Archieluxury88. I just got a few. Put a few pics up this morning. Archieluxury88 on Instagram. Alex K, JLC Reverso versus a brand new IWC Portuguese 40 mil. That number means nothing to me because I can't be fucked learning a dead brand. Hello, dog trainer. Dog trainer.
Hello. Speaking of
Archie's
dead
got, here we
brands,
go.
John Suckerhorn. Speaking of dead brands, Omega, Seaman Master.
Omega.
Yes, the
Turn your
same.
volume up a bit, Marky. We can't hear you.
How's that?
Good morning,
A little
Mark.
better?
How are you?
Still. Yeah, okay, it's okay. Marky, where have you been lately?
Oh well, I had this book and yeah.
You
so-
snakes have let me down. I've been floundering on this show myself.
Well, I'm so
I can
sorry.
only say it's hard so many times before.
I had personal issues. I had depression. I had the black dog. Actually, what
Hard,
happened-
it's tough, it's mean
It
and
is
nasty.
hard. It is
Archie,
hard.
you're not
Exactly.
a flounder, you're more like walrusing, mate.
Sovereign, when are you opening up again? When are you opening
Ron,
up
I'm
the
just
theatre?
Government still has given us no indication whatsoever.
What do you think of
Ever.
these unions? These unions in the state of Queensland. What happens if the nurses union said nurses can't treat
Big
patients?
answer.
It's just, here we go. David Hall, $10. Plague chat. Thank you,
Here's
David
Jed,
Hall.
listen, you know what? The pontiff is floundering people, and there's only one thing makes him feel better, and you all know what it is. It's money. Filthy
Money,
lucre.
show him the money.
Show me the. It's like grease for the popcorn at the theater.
I had Scotty came over yesterday, Sovereign.
So just to get back to that question, Archie, about unions, socialism and capitalism, we need
Yes.
both, right? You need socialism and you need capitalism. Unfortunately, when you go to the far left and the far right extremists, so
They're the
people,
same.
capitalism is good, right? But Clive Palmer's capitalism is bad. Socialism is.
Ooh,
So-
Sabran, you've got the voice for radio, Sabran. You might have the
He does.
face
I've got
for.
the face for it too,
you
Sonny
might have
Jim.
the
I
fa-
tell you.
If you
Yeah,
could
I'm on a
talk a
better
little
microphone now.
talk a little bit slower, I'm going to get the lotion and turn off the camera. Okay, keep going.
Oh,
So, what-
good.
with extreme right wing and extreme left wing, they actually meet. You know that?
Yeah.
They button up around the other side. Look, it's like I've said this before and I've said it many times. It's like the railways. You can have a treasurer in the railways, right, who needs to have the fettlers, and the fettlers need the treasurers. If the fettlers decided to go off the job and the treasurer did the
The
job,
fuck is a
right,
fettler?
a
It's the guy
fettler.
who does the track. He works on the
It's the guy
track.
who works the tracks,
Can
right?
we speak
The train
American,
would fall off
please?
the
Let's
track.
let's
And the
talk
same
American.
if the unionists went to try to do the job in the treasury, you'd spend it all on beer and hookers. So
Actually,
we
what
need.
went wrong with British Leyland? Tell me
We know-
this.
we know what
need,
hookers are.
we need both in Australia to get along with each other. We need
Actually,
to
we
be
need
respectful of
one
both the left
extreme-
and the right, because we
Yes.
both need each other, but we just don't need the extreme zealots from either side. What went wrong with British Leyland? They wanted more money, and they couldn't give them more money at the time, so they said, if you
The
don't give us more money,
3-day
we'll make it,
fighting week. It was
Listen,
the
we'll make a shit
3-day
product.
fighting week.
I would like
we'll
to
make
quickly.
a shit product, and they killed the goose that laid the golden egg.
I'd
and that
like to
was the end.
quickly translate for the Americans who don't understand a fucking thing that was just said. It's like you need the lady and you need the boy, but you don't necessarily need the lady boy. That's what they
These
just said.
guys.
There you go.
I got to tell you, British Leyland.
Right,
You know,
John?
the thing is, a lot of these cars, like the Stag. I read a great article in Classic Car Mag. Sorry, the Stag is a car, by the way. It's not a alternative. I wanted to say, and they actually pulled apart a Triumph Stag, and they said it was actually engineered pretty well. It was just the appalling assembly. Does that make sense?
That does, Archie.
Even that motor that was in the Stag.
Listen.
Sorry?
Listen.
Oh, the mate out of the Stag we used to share a house with, you know, when we were younger blokes, and he never had anything but trouble with it. Every time he drove it, something else fell off or broke apart.
Yeah, no, that's
on
it. He definitely had a Stag. Even
Well,
that
that's
motor.
true now, but they're that old now that everything's just been rectified on them. There's nothing left to break.
Do you miss your Stag, Sovereign?
Rectum.
Yes, I do. I had to sell my Stag because my wife's car got ridden off in an accident. We had to buy a family car in a hurry, so I had to sell that to get a four-door Volvo.
What's a good Stag cost these days?
A good Stag would cost you, a nice minty Stag would cost you about 25. A piece of shit would cost you about 7.
You can't afford the piece of
it.
shit,
Between
believe you
7
me.
and 25, Sovereign. No.
Sorry, I missed that, Suckerhorn.
Big difference between 7 and 25.
Yeah.
You know, between a good and a bad one.
Yeah, well,
he looked good in it. You know, he only took pictures while it was in the driveway. It's about, you know,
yeah, well, Slim Dusty used to own one. He put bloody hundreds of thousands of miles on him driving between country towns for gigs.
They used to overheat. That was the big problem.
Now, to the guys
Not in
asking
England, they
me,
didn't.
real quick, there's a bunch of guys asking me to rub the mug to get the rancher in here. The problem is the rancher
Is that
doing,
some type of gay sexual thing
Yeah.
that I don't know about?
It is, Savra, I'll explain it to you as soon as the lights go off tonight. But
Okay.
Unfortunately, the rancher is taking continuing legal education, so he's unavailable to join us this evening.
So, Mark, they usually put most gay guys in different demographics, like, you know, twinks and bears and all that type of thing. What do you fall into, being a dog
I'm a movie
trainer?
theater fucker. I have this weird fetish. I only like movie theater owners. It's a very bizarre
Ooh.
thing. And specifically,
Well, I gotta go now. See you later, boys.
specifically with popcorn grease. Now, actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I do have a question for you. Archie, I feel like we're wasting time. We have Savran here. He owns a movie theater. Surely you have found disgusting and unusual things when the patrons have left, and you've also had to throw people out for untoward
I
activity.
wanted his Sovereign to show my movie, Archieluxury, the movie. He can't do it because of ratings. It hasn't been rated.
It hasn't been rated by the...
10,000 to
Hasn't
get
been
the bloody
classified.
thing classified. I can't. Why do you have to classify this? Can't we just put an R
It's the
rating?
law. You live in the nanny state. It's the law. But I want to
Can't we
know
just
what...
put an R rating on it?
Yeah.
And
what
just say,
disgu-
fuck it. What's
what
the worst
crazy-
rating we could give it?
What's the way? What's the...
All right, just to jump in there, you can apply for a community film festival exemption,
Yeah.
but you still got to jump through a few hoops.
We love hoops.
Tell
me, what are the
film
things?
Festival. I
What
might
have you
do that,
found?
actually.
What have you found on the seats and in the aisles and in the toilets of your fine establishment that you know?
He had the story where he had a, not in his cinema but another cinema, a baby's turd was found on the seats. He thought it was a chocolate lolly, but it turned out to be
Have a
some
little
other
curl
sort of,
cue, a little curl cue and everything.
yeah. But
All right.
he Sovereign has told some amazing
Well,
stories.
tell us,
but-
Sovereign. Tell us a story. Tell us a story about life as a theater owner. Like, okay, you know, the cashier calls you, the cleaning lady calls you at the end of the night. And she goes, "You're not going to believe this. Come here and look." What does she show?
First of all, you got it all wrong, lads. It's all
You do
we're not
it.
movie stars. We're motion picture exhibitors.
Yeah.
So we don't have cleaning ladies and cashiers and that.
you
we
do the
work.
cleaning?
We do all our work ourselves here. We don't mind getting our hands
So
dirty
your
here.
wife says, "Honey, come back here. You need to see this. You can't believe it. What is it?"
No, my wife doesn't work for me. No, absolutely not.
Work with
no.
me, not against me, Sovereign.
No, she's
Work with me.
no. At the moment, she's earning substantially more than what I am.
Whoever finds the fucking weird shit in your place, just tell me, what is some of the weird stuff you've had to haul out of the theater?
Well, I wish I could. I wish I could,
Really?
but the trouble is, we run a boutique art house cinema, so it's not some sort of greasy little Chicago, den of iniquity.
No, I think the rich people have the weirdest shit of all, don't you? Like, they would leave their
Look,
cocaine
the worst
behind
thing
and-
is that sometimes Nana comes in and she's put a bit too much talcum powder on, and when she gets up off the seat, you see the picture of a bum and a badge on the seat.
I
That's about the worst thing that happens.
That you know what? That's
sell
like,
jackets?
that's
you
like
sell
an impression.
jackets at-
How do you know that
Sovereign?
How do you know Virgin Mary didn't sit in that seat and you just wiped away like, a sign
Here
that
we
the
go.
Virgin...
We got Tad Zeal, $5. What's the stupidest thing Archie has mispronounced? Breguet, Erinvale, Hesselite Glass, Calitrava, or Sovereign? Not Sovereign. Yes. Suckerhorn was asking, did you sell Jaffas in your cinema there, Sovereign?
Yes, we do.
That's a popular
Absolutely.
confectionery, isn't it?
It is a popular confectionery.
And what makes you have Bullet? Why Bullet? You wanted to have a local Australian brand in your cinema? Is that why? Oh, wow, Jaffas.
There you go, Suckerhorn, Jaffas, mate.
Fantails as well?
Fantails, yeah, there you go.
So, like, if the Virgin Mary sat in one of your chairs and left an impression...
If you didn't like the movie, you used to throw Jaffas at the screen. Remember that when you were a kid? Just
Yeah, if you realised how much fucking trouble that caused us, yeah, unfortunately, it'd always leave an indelible mark. Movie screens have like a reflective coating on them, very much like that when you see a road sign, when your headlights it flashes back, and whenever you hit it with, say, a piece of bubble gum or a lolly or whatever it happens to hit on it, you damage it. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, no, I didn't realise that.
One of the worst things we had happen is one of my staff members one time let a bloody helium balloon in on a fucking string. And they let it into the cinema, and of course little Johnny let the fucker go, and it rose to the ceiling, didn't it? And it was on this big long string. So as it caught in the light, it was like a crack, that appeared down the screen. And of course, to get caught in the air conditioning vents, and it was swirling around and that. And in the end, we had to get another helium balloon, put a piece of aluminium on it and a cigarette on it, and then raise it up to the ceiling and pop the other balloon.
We use BB guns for that here in the United States.
Yeah, well, you can't bring a gun into a cinema in Australia. I don't know about Chicago,
It's a BB gun. Okay, you buy them at Walmart.
It's an air rifle. It's an air rifle.
Yeah.
You used an air rifle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, they're still classified as a firearm in Australia.
You guys have
we don't even have airsoft.
How do you shoot the kangaroos then? This is the problem.
Well, you got to shoot. You've got to use at least a 5.56 or above. A kangaroo. If you put a 22 into a kangaroo,
how do
it'll
you
just
go
come
hunting
up
for minotaurs and
Tanzeel, $5. AC3. I shared your collection with the lads from Brisbane Grammar, and they said the jamboree wankers from Oxley like stick squally up your ass.
Up to
the Oxley Toughs. The Oxley Toughs.
Oxley Toughs.
They stopped calling themselves that after Archie went there.
How's Jimmy? How's Jimmy doing, Archie?
Yeah,
Jimmy.
Dave Nolan, you got that right. BB guns are not guns. They don't have BB guns. Don't use a rifling. They just use a smooth bore.
Yeah, it's like a musket. It's like an air musket.
Yeah. Jimmy. Which one's Jimmy? Tell
Jimmy,
me about
the one who jumped out the basement window. Remember, he tried to kill himself by getting drunk and jumping off of a hotel, the hotel roof. He jumped off of. Archie,
I can't remember when I had told this story.
What are you talking about? It was just like 2 weeks ago in the Oxley State High Facebook.
Oh,
group.
Jimmy.
Maybe it wasn't
Jimmy. Yeah. He went all quiet after I revealed that.
That's true. Well,
he was banned. Pub pest. He was a pub pest.
He was.
Jimmy the pub pest.
Tried jumping out the window.
Yeah, that's right there. I got to tell you, Sovereign, can you wait? Are you chomping at the bit to get back into work?
I am keen to recommence. Yep, absolutely. It's a bit hard to watch because in the little suburb we're in, every business is open except for ours. So it is hard to watch.
Okay,
absolutely.
I'm the victim. $2. Hi guys, do you miss my face? No, we'll say goodbye to him. I got to tell you, so Sovereign, what do you think the government's handling it well, or they're being a bunch of sissies?
Look, it's easy to throw stones inside your glass house, but if you compare us to a lot of other nations and countries around the world, we're doing pretty well okay at the moment.
What do you think the true unemployment rate is?
No, isn't the government going to put down some directive whether it's going to take their foot off the brake? I don't think they're going to somehow.
I wish they would show the true unemployment rate to include the JobKeeper subsidies.
Yeah,
that's become a rule, hasn't it? That's become a rule. You've got blokes who are in a coffee shop working 3 or 4 hours a week, earning $100 or something, and now they put their hand out for, what, 750? How much is it? 1,100 a fortnight.
1,500 a fortnight.
It's 1,500 a fortnight, but they do take tax out of it. So if you're like a 16-year-old school kid who does like a 3-hour shift at a movie theater on a Saturday night, you wouldn't be paying any tax, and you'd be getting that. So normally you'd be earning, $100 a week. And now all of a sudden you're earning $750. The unfair part is like a full-time worker who would normally be taking home $1,500, still takes home $750 plus he has to pay tax, which would take him down to about $500.
One size fits all, Sovereign.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about socialism that doesn't quite work. What they should have done is they have one-touch payroll now, and they should take an average of what everyone earns and then give them the average of what they've earned up to the maximum, and then that would be fair. Because a man who has to support his family is taking home $580, and a kid who works 3 hours a week is taking home $750.
Oh my
Some
God,
people are
nobody takes
milking the
that home
system,
here.
and it's not right.
Fella, $2. Future work from home, 36 mil dress watches gone. No, watches will still be there. They're always there.
You could starve to death on unemployment here.
I got to tell you, Sovereign, I think when they open the economy up, you're going to see many small businesses not come back. Because don't forget, if you're in a Westfield shopping centre, they haven't said goodbye to the rent. They haven't waived the utilities charges. You've got to pay
No, they
it back.
have not. So what about other underbellies and all that type of thing? What about prostitution and
They
all that
always
type of
survive.
thing?
There's always a demand.
Yeah,
There's always
Fill
a
us in on that, Archie.
Well, I got to tell you, the honest truth is they're doing it very hard. But those sort of businesses, independent indies, as I like to refer
service
to them,
providers.
they normally live a pretty frugal existence. So as long as you can pull your expenses back, you're not going to be too badly off. The problem is
Instead of pulling what back, did you say?
pulling your expenses back. And,
Right. Gotcha.
and you may have a few regulars who you could see as friends, couldn't you? And you wouldn't be breaking the law.
You could even do it for a dozen eggs or some silk
Yeah,
stockings.
Bursha, $5. You can criticize socialism as much as you want, but crony capitalism and plutocracy is not the answer either. 100%
Well, Bersh, you're
right.
not listening there, mate. If you had a chat, if you were listening before, I was having a chat and saying we need socialism and we need capitalism.
Yeah, actually, I think you're right. And I got to be honest with you, I think a democracy like we have is actually pretty damn good as well. The democracy, even though, like, what do you have? One side, if you don't have an elected government, you have a dictator. That hasn't worked out
If
well.
you want to chat about it, get Archie to send you a link and we'll have a robust conversation. Apart from that, park it.
Yeah, and Super Chat $15, and we'll let you in on the back show. Tanzil $5. AC3 and Suckerhorn, tell us some soy cowboy stories. What's happening there at the moment, Suckerhorn? How bad is it? Tell me this.
Haven't been open for weeks. It's closed. Well,
Yeah, a lot of the girls are starving on the streets. They're starving, okay? It's terrible. Very quickly, Michael M, $5. Some businesses are getting government money. We might see a delayed impact in that some businesses close up when the government money dries up. 100% right. I think you're going to see many businesses just not going to reopen. I think you're going to have massive recession, a mega recession when we open up. But hopefully we'll have a bit of a swell. Suckerhorn, what's the go? Nana is dead.
None of it's open. Apparently, the Tinder's still working. You can just get, Ringaroo. At the moment,
There you go.
you just Ringaroo.
Yeah,
Call the number and they come around and knock on your door.
that's okay. What's wrong with that?
Yesterday, saw a live show yesterday. We're still walking around on the streets of Pattaya. There's still plenty to be seen in Pattaya. They're starting to, break out of it a bit. But sort of on this topic here, we're talking about shops and restaurants opening. There's a bloke from the hospitality industry, and he estimated at this stage, if they opened up now, let restaurants open, he said at least 10% wouldn't be opening. And they said if it goes up, if it goes on for another month, he said at least 20%. At least 20% of restaurants that were open will be closed. And then there's the concern about when they do open, what's going to happen about social distancing. And all the restaurants have to have hand sanitizers on the table, and you won't be able to have knives and forks on the table, etc. And There's all these extra measures now. It's going to be, ridiculously hard, for restaurants to open.
They're saying they're going to have takeaway cutlery like bamboo and plastic cutlery. Forbin Colossus, there you go. It's not capitalism when companies take government welfare. Well, yeah, we're not subscribing to that, so we're just doing it all on our own back.
I bet you Nana Kim would take that 500 baht now.
Yeah, that's a very good point there. Yeah, Nana Kim.
We've got to give him change.
Nothing for Thai people. That's nothing for Thai people. That's what she said to me. That's nothing for Thai people. Maybe, maybe it is now. She had the flower farm. Her relatives had the flower farm. Remember that? The flower farm.
She was the flower of the family, that's for sure.
Yes, that's exactly.
That was probably the best thing that could ever happen to the Archieluxury channel for ratings, Arch.
That Nana Kim episode. Oh yes, I was filming it. I was rolling the cameras. I thought, don't turn it off. Don't turn it off.
I would, in second place, I would give the Oscar for best supporting episode to be when you tried to pay for services with shampoo on the street to homeless people who refused to take your shampoo and your juice.
Oh, discounts online. Could they discount?
Hotel
Actually,
shampoo.
no, most people took it, Marky. No, I didn't have problems giving that away.
I seem to remember you trying to pay a street vendor with shampoo.
Yes, but it wasn't his brand, okay? Okay. It wasn't.
What do you
his
think?
brand.
What do you think about doing an after show on Zoom for an entry fee?
I don't know how Zoom works.
It's very easy. It's just like live stream, except for you can put 50 people in at once.
So, Archie, speaking of shampoo,
yes.
Did your old man find any in the house he bought off Stefan?
Stefan was long gone by then. Stefan was long gone. No, he my old man, he loves that house. That's his hobby. That house is his hobby, He absolutely loves that house.
Have you had a barbecue there this summer?
I know he my old man is insane. You know this? My old man is insane. Vintigne's just joined us.
Hey.
He won't use his oven. He won't use
Runs
his
in the
oven.
family. Runs in the family.
He won't use his oven because he doesn't wanna clean.
It'll get dirty, and he won't eat off of your barbecue grill because you don't sanitize it.
Exactly.
Trying to get an air fryer.
Yeah, he's got an air fryer. That's what he wants to do. Air fry everything. It gives me the shits.
They work.
I see.
I see. Understand. Todd.
Don't air fryers have to have pretty greasy food in them to work to use the oil out of the food to start off with?
I never liked the idea. You know who air fries is? Clivers. That's our expert.
No, he boils it. I thought he sous vide. He boils everything.
Yeah, he doesn't do a very good job. It's very unappetizing. He had some food on there.
Well,
the presentation. Gordon Ramsay.
He's a bachelor. He's a bachelor. Leave him alone. He's all right.
I think you're remembering the gray lamb chop that looked like decomposed lamb flesh.
Yeah, it just looked absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. That's terrible. He used to eat live on your stream, and it was not. You're right. It wasn't appetizing. No garnish whatsoever. Just like meat.
Garnish.
Just like meat.
Yeah,
cooked in boiling water.
Well, maybe that's why he turned the camera off.
Yes, I'm sure that was it. He doesn't want us to see what he eats.
Yeah, it was pretty unappetizing.
How long mate didn't see you come in there?
It's I got to tell you, man. Seriously. Things are very tough in Oz.
Jins, what's happened to your hoodie, buddy? It's all gone sort of skew whiff. Looked like you got a bag neck complaint.
He's complaining about your hood, Jin. I don't know if you speak Australian. I know you speak a lot of languages. He's complaining that your hood is off-center.
Oh, what's the big deal about that?
Hey, you look like you're come out of a Tim Burton movie. That's much better, man. Yeah.
Arch,
remember Bert Newton? Remember Bert Newton was in? Remember Bert Newton used to do movies?
Bert Newton, he was in Fatty Finn, yeah.
Fatty Finn. I liked Fatty Finn, didn't you?
Well, that's where you get your hair cut from.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking there, Jim?
I am drinking some Green Label.
Green Label.
Ooh,
I figured
good stuff.
Might as well mix it up a bit.
Mm.
Someone bought it for me as a gift.
Did you get the label from AliExpress like Clivester did for his Kermit?
Not that kind of green label. Maybe I should get one of those.
I got to tell you, Fatty Finn, that was a great movie. Did that do well in the cinema?
No, it tanked.
Oh, why's that?
Oh, that must have been, was the late 80s, early 90s?
Yeah, I love Fatty Finn. He had Jackie Weaver was in it, wasn't she?
She was quite attractive when she was younger.
Oh, she was
Not anymore.
beautiful. You don't like Jackie Weaver now?
No,
Why?
I don't like her now. If you look back when she was in The Removalist, she was very attractive. But like us all, none of us have aged too well, including her.
You don't think she's aged well?
Oh, no, she's worn out, Arch. She's worn out.
Hinchy was married to her. Hinchy was married to her.
Yeah, she went there.
Janus, $2. We all look like we came out of a vagina, Stinky. Here we go.
Well, that is kind of true.
Well, not if you're a cesarean section.
You know what? One of my friends is so gay. I one time told him, you touched a vagina, and he was like, "No, I didn't." And I'm like, "I know you have in your life." And he goes, "No, I haven't." And I was gonna, tell him that.
How the fuck were you born, sunshine?
And he says, "No, I'm a gold star gay." And I was like, God damn it, C-section. Literally never touched one. C-section.
Oh,
that's a gold star gay right there.
That's a gold.
Well, with like
see, those are saying, all those catchy names that gays have, like.
I know you don't deserve it. You straight people are not. You're not clever. You're not fashionable. You're not.
Don't we have the same type of names, being heteros?
No, you people put your junk in things like women's shoes. You stuff lingerie into your mouth. I mean, there's something wrong with you people. All we do is, we're like completely normal compared to you people.
I need a bit of advice, Archie. My missus has got a cold and she's coughing, so she's coughing at the moment. She's got a bit of a cold, so I've locked her in the bedroom and I'm only letting her out at meal times to cook. And I'm not quite sure what to do. I'm not kissing her at the moment.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what to do, John. She's Thai. They're a very sturdy people. Just squirt some sticky rice under the door 3 times a day.
John, don't worry about it. If she's got a cold, you would have already caught it. So I'd go in there for service. I never let them get away that easy.
John, if she has a fever, it's going to be hotter. So go for it.
Oh yeah, well, I'm not going to put a mask on. I'm not going to put a mask on.
If she has a fever, it's going to be hotter. You understand this? You know this?
What's going to be hotter, Marky?
Sex. I mean, normally you only get 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. You could get like 101. You could get an extra couple degrees. It's going to be way hotter now. Much better.
Remember the old ice block days in Bangkok, Arch? Remember the old ice block days?
Yeah.
They put a mouthful of ice blocks in their gob.
That
was a good show. They were very cool. Yeah.
I've upset some of the punters, I'm afraid, by saying that you should, have sex with your wife when she has a fever because it's hotter.
Come on! He's having a joke. Leave the Marky alone.
Calm down, people.
Calm down, man.
You'll live longer.
I'm just spraying my microphone with disinfectant.
No. According to our president, if you put that disinfectant up your ass, you could be cured of coronavirus. But that's,
See, and you said straight guys don't have any fun.
Well, you know what? You better start. It's Corona, man. You're supposed to drink bleach and pour some up your mouth.
Put up a video on Trump yesterday on my channel. I've never got so many thumbs down on the video in all my life.
Yeah, like Trump. I think he's great. I think he's doing a good job. I really like
the thing is, he's a president you need rather than the one you want.
No, he's the one we deserve.
Look, Trump said himself, he stood up to the Chinese is much more than fucking Obama ever did. Obama didn't stand up for nothing.
That's the wonderful thing about Australia. It doesn't matter what side you are, left or right. You still have a barbecue. You can have a bunny, and you don't go and throw fire bombs at each other.
No, that's exactly.
Because here we are, Suckerhorn's red, I'm blue. Here we are on the same channel having a chat. No big deal. So
that's exactly. This is what a democracy is. See, it's wonderful. You got to remember that.
So Arch, I have, if you'll indulge me, one of your loyal viewers and fans
Yes.
has a Brisbane bloke as well. He has he's wondering about something. So he thinks
Sure.
that now that everybody's working from home, if they're still working at all, or
Yes.
a lot of people are working from home, even more than they used to be.
Yes.
And with all of the just sort of cultural changes that are going on, who is actually buying like high-end dress watches anymore? Like, who is buying a Patek Perpetual calendar these days?
Archie bought all of them.
Well, the problem is, see, what you guys don't understand is, right, the sort of person who buys that stuff, they're a boss! They don't take, they give the orders. They're a barker, not a barkee.
But what if they're just sitting at home? Like, we're kind of like, you are actually a trailblazer in many ways, because now we're living in a world where people are going to work, are working and not even wearing trousers. It's like trousers optional these days, right?
Exactly.
All you need is just the neck up.
Yeah, that's
Pants
it.
are
That's
overrated.
Exactly.
We're all going to be called Archies in future. There you go. There's a new name.
Yeah, we're all sitting at home drinking, and during the day,
Well, Jen, you always did
not wearing
that.
trousers.
Well, if there's a question, here's a
always do
question from our guys over in the States. They don't quite understand Australian politics. If you're red over there, you're blue in Australia, and if you're blue here, you're red over there.
So confusing. We're going to
in
need you to
Australia,
change that,
if you're a
please.
liberal, you're actually a conservative, which
Can you change
means
that? It's confusing.
your liberal is not the same as your liberal. So it's
Okay.
exactly the opposite.
Stand
So if
That's
you're a
always been a
Republican,
tricky
if you're a Republican in the US, you are a liberal in Australia,
Dun, dun, dun,
and
dun, dun,
if
dun,
you're a
dun,
Democrat in the US, you are a Labor voter in
dun, dun,
Australia.
dun, 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 dun,
Well,
dun, dun, dun.
Robin, would that
Exactly.
depend
Here
on
we
what?
go. Stan the Man, $2. Arts just got first watch in space. Speedy, love it. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Sovereign, wouldn't that depend on what kind of Republican you are?
Well, we are still a member of the Commonwealth, and we're not a republic. So
We're a
basically,
constitutional democracy.
yes, we are. But as soon as the Queen dies, you can bet your bottom dollar Australia will turn into a republic. So all of a sudden, the Liberal
That's
Party
nasty. Why would
voters
you
will
say that?
become Republicans. Because that's what they want. Then that's what's going to happen. Even though I grew up singing "God Save the Queen" as the national anthem, all that type of stuff.
I think the problem is when they got rid of Gough Whitlam, when the Governor General sacked the Prime Minister. I think that's kind of where that.
Gough was more was almost as irresponsible with Australia's money as what you are with your cash, Archie.
Yes. I must admit, he did have a bit of a. He did have a yeah. When they were consulting with Saudi billionaires for funding the budget, mind you, the reason they had a budgetary crisis was that the Libs wouldn't pass anything through the House.
Yeah, but
you know this?
all governments did good and bad things. You know, Gough reduced the age to vote, and if you can go off and fight with an SLR in Vietnam, you know,
did you know the art house cinema would not exist without Labor?
And you've got a right to vote as well too. So if you're 18 and they can conscript you to go and defend your nation, you should be able to vote.
C, $1, Mr. C. Actually, that's why my dad is a Labor voter, because he got drafted. You know that? My dad was drafted there, Sovereign.
Was he?
Yes, he was going to get the free holiday to Vietnam.
What happened?
The one way.
No, he went to university to defer it, and by the time he was through it, Labor came in. He said, "Thank fucking God."
I remember that
Yeah, there's a lot
night
of
too.
time to hop on their Triumph motorcycles and headed west and buggered off and all that type of thing. Look, a friend of mine was in business, and when we all had to have that gun amnesty and hand all our weapons in, and it all changed under the Howard government, he said it was quite strange because he was drafted to go to Vietnam. And back in the era, he was told that he had to go to Vietnam, he had to hate the yellow man, he had to have an automatic assault rifle, and if he didn't go, he would be put in prison.
Yes.
And he said then in 1995, all of a sudden he was told he must love the yellow man, he's not allowed to have a rifle, and if he doesn't hand it in, he will go to prison. So there's the same
Jim's
government.
getting very uncomfortable right now.
just 30 years later. So no, I'm just showing you.
Dan Radke, $1.
The yellow man.
You can never judge today's government by today's standards.
Yeah, fair
Different
point.
times, totally different times, Sovereign. You know, what about
exactly.
when Whitlam made a free education and brought in Medibank or Medicare at the time? You know, like education became free and health was free. You know, greatest travesty which Hawke put in is he reintroduced paying to go back for tertiary education. That was a crime.
In saying that, though, we always had free hospitals in Queensland, so
Yes,
and that was always under a national government, so there was no big
And
deal.
did you know too that the truth is, right, John? Just want to tell you this. I want to be honest with you. The Labor Party wanted to open up university education to the masses, right? And the reality is, it was the upper middle class who got the free education anyhow. They would have paid for it anyhow. It wasn't the working class poor who really utilized it anyhow, John. I'm sorry.
It was an academic standard. If you met the academic standard, you get into university, not how much money you had.
Yeah, but John, you don't understand. It's mainly the middle class that went there, didn't liberate the poor. And you can pretend all you like to pretend you're poor. You were never fucking poor, John. You are as fucking upper middle class as anyone I have ever met, John.
My father, I got into law.
Your father had fucking 5 houses, John. John, your father was not working class. I'm sorry, John. I'm sorry.
Honey Burdette.
We thought we were. I got into
John, you pretended you were. John, you pretended. John, you were never working class, John. Come on. I've seen your parents' house.
I got
to butt in there. I got to butt in there. This whole working class business, just because you might own a house or something doesn't mean you don't work, right?
Let me tell you this. I'll tell you how come I'm working class. You know, this my grandfather.
Those 5 houses.
Your father
My grandfather used to pick up cigarette butts on the road, John. That's my working class credentials.
Archie, your father was an accountant, now a millionaire who had his own business the whole time you were growing up.
Arch, I think you have to work to be
my grandfather, my grandfather, he used to pick up cigarette butts on the side of the road.
He did have an ox cart, that is true. Your grandfather had an ox cart.
I'm telling you the truth. He came out in 1960 and he picked up cigarette butts to smoke. But John,
I did that when I was 12, by the way.
Oh, to smoke. I thought it was to sell.
You were never working class. You know this?
A couple of investment in properties don't matter, do they?
Fucking hell, John. Fucking hell! You're not a communist! When you say working class, you've got to be a Philip Adams communist.
Oh, yeah. The house is coming along all right, mate. The house is coming along all right.
Damn it, John, how dare you not be poor?
That's exactly it. But no, John, look, this is the whole point about, seriously, I think the whole thing has changed there, look, you got to remember this, John. If a Labor government does a good job, you become a liberal. That's the ultimate... Because that's what happens. Labor spends like drunken sailors, and the
so
Liberals...
Archie, you're saying you're a swinging voter?
That's correct. Yes, I am. I am very much a swinging voter. Yes, I haven't been rich enough to vote for the Libs for a long time. Okay, I'm a complete liberal. You got to vote for self-interest, whatever is good for you.
It's quite different now. Like 40 years ago, a tradie would always be a Labor voter. Now most tradies are conservative.
Exactly.
40 years ago, educated were all
conservative
voters, and now they're inner city Labor elite. So it's almost turned.
Let's be honest there. Would you earn more money as a white collar man or as a tradie?
What's a tradie?
Who earn? That's
a
tradesman.
A carpenter, a plumber, electrician. You earn a lot more on the tools.
Tradesmen are now the new financial elite.
I was just telling Clyde last night, if you're a plumber in Australia, you walk onto a job and it's a minimum of $800 a day.
Oh, yes.
minimum.
But
800 a day.
look, there's nothing wrong with that. This is the funny thing. In Thailand, they still worship people who have an office job. If you tell them you're a tradie, oh, they think you're a bum. But in this country, really, why the fuck do they have those $80,000 utes in Australia? General Motors was selling.
Well,
who was buying that?
That's a direct result from basically available free education to everyone, because everyone went off to university and became a intellectual, and then there was no one left. So there was a shortage of tradies. That's why tradies became the new financial elite. That was basically a flick back to the days of Gough Whitlam, where he made education available to everyone. So most of them who would have become tradies and then became intellectuals and then became professionals, so left a big vacuum in that area.
I tell you what,
Australia in the 90s became kind of notorious around the world for having to import hair cutters because they didn't even have enough hairstylists. And now I guess they probably have too many. So I guess
I've got to say, I've never been to anything but a barber in my entire life.
Yeah.
I've dated a hairdresser, but I've never.
I tell you who's a good. Hey, Sovereign, I tell you who's a good barber is that lady at Sherwood on Sherwood Road, Japanese lady. She's
the Japanese lady. Oh
Have you
God,
been to
no!
her?
It's like some type of harikari samurai sword fight. It's horrible. I went there once. I tell you.
You didn't like her? She's lovely.
Oh dear.
You don't like her?
No, it just didn't work out.
Why?
Well, it just the haircut wasn't good, Arch.
I go to her all the time.
Maybe he was been in before me and she was having a bad day and she felt dirty or I don't know what.
She's a lovely woman. I really like her.
You can't go to a hairdresser now or a barber and get a shave anymore. I haven't done that for years. You know that?
No.
Yeah, last shave I got from a barber was 25 years ago when I got married. Yeah, I used to be a barber at Yeronga and down at the NB Arcade. A German fellow, he was a good barber, and he used to go back and have a cutthroat shave.
Wow, that's amazing.
Well,
Those were
I
the
don't exactly
days.
need one, so.
Jin's got 3 hairs, and each of them have a name.
Here we go. Evan Hoggenkamp, $2. Gents, one by one, your favorite rye whiskey.
Do you guys really drink rye in Australia?
No, that's probably, I don't know, it's like, it's a bourbon, isn't it?
No,
Is that a
it's
bourbon?
not. It's a blended whiskey.
I mean, there's 2 kinds of, I guess, it's whiskey made from rye, but also colloquially it could be used to describe Canadian whiskey. Like if you watch Mad Men and they talk about rye, it doesn't mean like pure rye whiskey. It means
The only one I even know
Canadian
is
whiskey.
Seagram's.
The only one you know is what?
Seagram's.
Yeah, so that's like a Canadian whiskey kind of rye.
Seagrass.
Seagram's.
Seagram.
Seagrams.
You know, I actually kind of like the Woodford rye. I think it's pretty spicy. The Colonel E.H. Taylor rye is really good too.
I gotta tell you seriously, guys. I think it's. I think Australia is a pretty damn good country. You know this, Sovereign.
Even
Of course
with
it is.
We've got a Liberal government who's more Labor than the Labor Party.
As is America and as is Canada and as where everyone else is. There's nothing wrong with a bit of patriotism as long as it doesn't turn into ugly nationalism.
I tell you what, the Liberals, I will say one thing. They criticised Ruddy. They said, Ruddy, he's left debt for the grandchildren's children to pay off. And I got to tell you, the Liberals have spent 5 times as much, and they reckon they're heroes.
Well, Ruddy used to wear an Omega, but it was a quartz shitter.
Well,
He used to wear a quartz constellation.
You hear the latest about superannuation in Australia? People have, applied to, take $10,000 out of their superannuation. Yep. Apparently, some blokes cracked the system or something. There's some superannuation funds, and he's applied, and they've been applying for people's superannuation without them knowing. You know, the taxation has closed down all applications as of today.
Yeah, that's ugly. One of my employees on stage 4 cancer, the poor bugger, and he had to jump through so many hoops to draw down his
How much do they give it? They let him take it all?
They let him take it all. It was 4 months worth of hoop jumping to do it, and that was stage 4 cancer with a not a very good outcome. So you know, if there's some blokes milking superannuation and he had to go through that, you know, it's disgraceful.
Yep. Did he get the insurance payout as well?
Well, it's different when you've got a terminal illness, so it's a slightly different from the insurance payout for an accident. So
because they normally pay you out, you know that, Sovereign?
Yeah, well, it's different.
You know this?
He lost a lot of his superannuation during the 2007 downturn because the company he was working for at the time had it invested in power with a lot of American things that went bad.
Fuck.
So he lost a lot.
That's terrible, Sovereign. But you've been okay, haven't you? You kind of.
Oh, I'm fitting well. And
but
you know,
the Liberals hated super. The Liberals said super was a bad thing, but now both sides say it's a good thing. You know that?
Yeah, well, the Labor Party hated the GST too, and now they reckon it's a good thing as well. So never going to see them
love taxes. Labor governments love taxes. Don't ever forget that.
This show is very big in Australian politics.
No, cut the shit. So, Jin, you already looked at it. What are you doing, Jin? What are you up to, man? You look, it just doesn't look right, you not being in an airport.
No, no, it doesn't feel right either. No, but I actually think, you know, if I actually think, you know, because I work with and I've studied a lot of pension funds around the world, and I honestly think the Australian system is among the better ones. Cool. You know, I mean, Australians do have a lot in savings. And it's they do get a return on them.
But Jin, I got to tell you, I reckon the Singapore system where you can use your super to buy a house, I reckon that's a very good idea.
No, I think I like the Singapore system as well. It's very much based on individual responsibility, which I don't have a problem with.
No.
And it forces people to save for things like healthcare and retirement. So yeah, that's good. I mean, Australia is a much bigger country, right?
Yes.
No, I think the system, nothing is perfect, but I think it's above average at least.
What's the Canadian system like?
Well, so you have it's a mixed system. So you have some funds that are invested through premiums, basically payroll taxes split between employers and employees that are put into pension funds, the Canada Pension Plan, and also the CDPQ in Quebec, which are large institutional, like sovereign wealth investors that invest in a wide range of assets and try to generate a return.
Mr. C, $1. Thank you. Justin Trudeau, are you a fan of Justin Trudeau?
No, he's an idiot.
Sorry?
He's an idiot.
Okay.
I mean, he's a disgrace. I mean, his behavior, it's the things that he says. I mean, when he said, like, I didn't like him to begin with, but when he praised Castro when he died, that was the final straw.
Ooh. He was a drama teacher, wasn't he?
Yes, he was a drama teacher, and you know the hilarious thing is that there was a governor in the U.S., Ralph Northam, governor of Virginia, and he was caught because his apparently a yearbook picture of him back in the 80s when he was in medical school showed him and another guy. One guy was wearing blackface, and the other guy was wearing a Ku Klux Klan hood. Yes. And people weren't sure which one he was, which one is worse. You know, and it was pretty bad, but Trudeau did the same thing on multiple occasions.
But you can't hold someone responsible for what they did as a kid.
Trudeau wasn't a student. He was a teacher.
Yeah,
and that's-
different times.
No,
you
it's
know?
not. I mean, it's pretty fucked up. I mean, but that's not the worst
Yeah.
thing he did. I agree. I mean, he's just.
Yeah, I like to forgive people. You know, I'm not a complete asshole when it comes to these things. You know, I think you got to be forgiving and loving. You know that I'm a lover, not a hater.
Art, what do you think of? They have more coups in the Australian Labour Party than they do in Thailand. What do you think?
Yeah.
Of that? Sure.
Well, I got to tell you what, the Libs, they always said our party doesn't do this, and Sovereign.
Yeah,
Hello,
Archie.
Sovereign.
Archie, can you hear me, buddy?
They stabbed Malcolm Turnbull in the back. I won't forgive him for that. That's one thing I won't. I
Well,
liked him.
That's just part of politics. But before, did you say you're a lover, not a hater?
Yeah, I'm a lover, not a hater.
That bloke from the Me Bank. He's not feeling the love from you.
Who's that?
The bloke from the Me Bank, ME Bank.
You reckon?
Well, he doesn't seem to be getting much love from you, Archie.
They're a bunch. What did you think of that? Is that nasty or what?
Well, what if it turned out that he wore a Patek Philippe?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you wear. You're still a jerk, aren't you?
Well, not according to your videos, Arch.
No, but it doesn't matter. Somebody can be a jerk. They're still a jerk,
Oh
aren't
my
they, or
God!
not?
Somebody's watching those videos.
You know.
You know this?
But anyhow, guys, I want to thank you guys for coming on. I'm going to wrap this baby up. Suckerhorn, we haven't had
Yes,
you
mate.
on for a while.
I'll get on soon, mate. I'll get on soon anytime you want, mate. Anytime.
I
you
love you on here, you know.
want. Yeah, we've had some good times, Arch. We've had some very good times playing this game. Very good times.
Yeah, I tell you what, I must admit, one of the best times of my life was when I met you in Thailand. Remember, we caught up with our families there.
You caught up with my family.
Yeah. I had my second and third wife with me. Remember?
You remember when you gave the Jap? When you gave the one from the nurse, you gave us some flowers, and she lasted a couple of days, and then the Jap flew in, and you whacked a piece of paper around, and you gave them back to her.
I gave them to the Jap. I bought them for the Jap, and then I gave them to the nurse. Yeah.
Yeah, you recycled the flowers off, but
Ah,
that was
who cares about that, Jono? Is that a
brilliant.
bad thing?
No, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
You know what? When we land in Thailand, the air smells different. The whole environment is different. We had a great time. Remember, we went out for that restaurant. You liked that restaurant? What was it? Big Mango? What was it called?
Mango Tree.
Mango Tree. That was wonderful, don't you think, or not?
Yeah, five-star rated restaurant in Thailand, actually.
We had a great time there, John. I really loved that time. I miss that. I miss those. We had such a cool time together, Jono.
Yeah, that was a Japanese shit. She didn't dip in that night, did she?
John, she completely ghosted me too. Did you know that?
Yeah, that's over.
That's over. Absolutely. You know, I'm the biggest cunt in the world. That's how it always ends badly with these women, doesn't it?
Let's drink to that.
Yes. Why does it end badly? Why are women so nasty? Can I ask you that? Why are women so nasty?
Well, it depends how much you're paying,
you
isn't
let
it?
them wear someone else's lingerie, aren't you? Let them wear someone else's Rolex. I can't understand why they're so nasty to you.
Ha! Yeah, okay, fair enough. Someone's not really backing me, I don't think.
The truth sets you free, Archie. The truth sets you free.
Sets you free, yes. Thank you. I gotta tell you guys, seriously, it's been really good having you guys having a chat here. It's a lot of fun, and we're not going to have Sovereign available for much longer. You're going back to work.
Yes, I am. I'm only here for a short time and a good time.
Yeah, we've enjoyed having you here, Sovereign.
Yep. So I'll be out of it shortly, lads. So you'll all have your wish. It'll all be good.
We like you. You're still going to bring the odd classic car over to my place, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll still do that, Archie. Absolutely. I'm just trying to organise a sexploitation movie poster at the moment. So yeah.
Yeah. And we've got Clivers. Look at this. We're just about to wrap up, and Clivers shows his head. Hello.
Actually, I'm showing your head. You may not realize, you may not recognize the icon, but the icon has been time-lapsed to show how your horns will look in 3 years.
Ha ha ha.
Like what they do with missing children.
Ha ha. Hey, did that parcel arrive today, Clivers?
No, it has not, Mother.
Okay.
I mean, sorry, Archie.
That's all you need is Archie to show you his package.
That's got more. That's very cool indeed. There, I gotta say.
Comes in a 250-gram small satchel.
Hey, that's fantastic. I love yous all, guys. How are you, Clive? Talk to us. We'll stay a bit longer since you've come on. Talk to us.
Yeah, g'day, Clivester. How are you, boyo?
Oh, good stuff, Ron. You know, they're talking about the courthouse is going to open here in about another week. So we're good. If it's going to be in person, we might go. I was actually going to a CLE online conference, and they're talking about they might do a lot of stuff like court hearings online.
Holy shit!
What, just misdemeanors?
A lot of stuff, and that's why I can't figure out, because one of the guys was like on a child custody case involving emergency, and he said it took me literally 2 witnesses and 3 exhibits, and it took me 3 hours. I'm like, oh, fuck me.
No, that'd take a while. What happened to your penis pump judge? Is he still in the boobie?
Oh no. Oh, Judge Thompson.
Yeah, Judge Thompson. Yeah, he was doing the old behind the bench.
Yep. No.
It didn't work out.
He actually didn't do it when I was actually in front of him like that.
That's
right.
Kind of like
how would you know?
That's insulting, Clyde.
Well, you'd be able to hear.
Well, he just went his time.
No, and then after that, Discover card. So I was doing collections at the time, so Discover card was something like a credit card balance. So they literally had to send it off to another county for another judge. So that was really, really just awkward in many levels.
Is he still in prison, or is he out?
I really haven't kept up with them. I'll have to see. But literally, it's just like
he'd have to be in protective custody, wouldn't he? Because most of those guys in prison he would have put away.
You would have to be sort of, but and if I remember right, this is a while back. I think he could have quietly just turned in his gavel and retired. Just get the hell out of the practice of law and just enjoyed his retirement. But no.
Do you think did he have it was beginning of dementia, or do you think he was just a pervert, or what was it? I mean, you have to be rather learned to become whether you're a magistrate or a judge in your system. All of us start doing that.
The thing is, he was the chief judge of that district. It could just be hubris. Some people, if they have these little kingdoms and they run them for so long, they almost think they're above the law.
Yeah, because your judges have to be voted in, don't they? They're not appointed by the government.
Yeah, they're only appointed in if there's a vacancy.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things, once, you make the right calls, you befriend the right people. Rarely
would you ever be a judge, Clivers?
Oh, hell no. Are you kidding?
Clivers and I talked about this the other day, actually.
Just being on here would disqualify me for being a judge.
Plus, you don't want to take. You don't want.
Well, there's there's also the whole party registration.
Oh, okay.
Clyde's a communist.
Well, yeah, I mean, being a member of the Communist Party kind of you know, it's a little bit difficult to get elected as a
Who the
judge.
fuck is playing with cellophane?
That's me.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. You guys stay on for the after party, and
Archie's unwrapping licorice.
see you tomorrow. But guys.